When you realize that prosperity is your divine heritage, you should persist in claiming it. I say you ought to be rich. There are honorable methods that can carry you quickly toward that goal. It is easier to accomplish than you may now think. That, too, is the shocking truth about prosperity. The Bible is filled with rich promises regarding your potential prosperity as a child of God. You should be prosperous, well supplied, and have an abundance of good, because it is your divine heritage. Your Creator wants you that way. That is the shockingly nice truth about prosperity. Upon entering the ministry, I decided to study the biblical view of prosperity. It was a pleasant surprise to discover that the Bible is the greatest textbook on prosperity ever written. Most of the great men of the Bible were either born prosperous, became prosperous, or had access to riches whenever the need arose. Among them were Abraham, Jacob, Joseph, Moses, David, Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Nehemiah, Elijah, and Elisha. Techniques to manifest money easily and effectively. One of the secret teachings of the occult religions of the past was the knowledge of how to demonstrate money. Those privileged to learn this secret were taught to make a concrete mental picture of the amount of money they desired, the denomination of money, and how it looked. After making a picture of a definite amount, they were then taught to hold it distinctly in mind, as though it was already visible, and they could mentally see it visibly. They were then taught to command the rich substance of the universe, to give it to them by affirming, "Give me this," and to repeat this demand many times, day after day until it manifested. Since the mind is all-powerful, you have the same right and privilege of mentally claiming money, financial assets, and rich supply. Many successful people have either consciously or unconsciously used this method. A powerful affirmation with which to charge the mind, along with charging it with the mental picture of the specific amount of money desired, is this: all financial doors are open, all financial channels are free, and, for example, $500,000, now come to me, in God's own wonderful way. It is always wise to affirm that it manifests, in God's own wonderful way. Another strong affirmation that attracts and demonstrates large sums of money is this: I give thanks that I am now rich, well and happy, and my financial affairs are in divine order. Every day in every way, I am growing richer and richer. Write it down and declare it often. Do not be vague about money, unless you want money to be vague about you. Thinking in definite terms opens the way for definite results. Don't ever limit your money by decreeing small amounts. At one period of my life when my financial income was inadequate, I cut these words out of a magazine, pasted them on a card, and placed them on my bedside table, where I viewed them daily. My money starts growing now. My earnings double. I was astounded when my financial income started growing immediately, through a remarkable series of events that took place. Within a few months, I suddenly realized that my income had tripled and kept increasing. Money adores the prosperous attitude, and richly responds to it. Affirmations are a form of command. It is important to choose an affirmation that resonates with you. Repeat it multiple times a day until it manifests. And it will. Many are proving that the daily practice of affirmations is the simplest way of invoking the law of command to create wealth. In fact, the use of affirmations is such a simple way of bringing forth rich results, that many people mistrust it, looking for a more complicated path to prosperity. The word affirm means to make firm. Through verbally affirming or declaring your desire every day, rather than continuing to talk about what you don't want, you begin to make firm in the mind and in the invisible ethers, the good you desire. As you continue to affirm the desired good, it rushes forth as a visible result. One thing to remember: a mind that has been steeped in disappointments and failure thinking for years, needs daily help in rising into richer thoughts, attitudes, and expectations. Take a non-resistant attitude toward present conditions, and have faith that they already are changing for the better. This part isn't easy, but you must persist. Sometimes things appear to be going wrong, when in reality they are being rearranged for the right outcome. Nothing ever stands still, everything is constantly changing, whether it seems to be or not. And when you expect such changes to be for the better, they will surely come. Don't be misled by fear thoughts which try to convince you that your higher ideas are too wonderful to happen, or too good to last. One who conquers doubt and fear, conquers failure. You must understand that you need not undertake the fulfillment of any desire alone. You have the promise, ask and it shall be given you, seek and ye shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Most folks overlook this as a prosperity secret. Do not let riches pass you by, just because you do not ask the help of a higher power, to learn how to attain your good. A seeking mind is a healthy mind that gets answers to its inquiries, which lead to healthy, progressive, satisfying results. A businessman once came to me to discuss the various ways that affirmations have helped in his life and affairs. He declared, "I think the power of affirmations has literally saved my life. 6 months ago I wanted to give up when I found my way to one of your lectures and first heard of the power of command. It sounded too good to be true, but being in desperate circumstances financially as well as in my marriage, I decided to try the affirmative way. After all, what could I lose? Today, I am on top of the world again, thanks to daily affirmations. It really works." A few weeks ago, I met an old friend who seemed as low as I had felt 6 months ago. He said, "I don't see how I can go on." I then gave him some printed affirmations that have helped me to achieve success. Recently I again met my friend who said, "Thanks for those affirmations. They pulled me up by the bootstraps." Some people may not believe how a few words can change a fellow's whole life, but they certainly have changed mine. Here's a long-kept secret. When you think of the money you currently have as being directly attached to an invisible source, you have the key to all riches. Say to yourself, "My money is directly attached to God's riches, and I always have more than I need." You can have any of God's riches, for which you are willing to pay the price of daily affirmations and command. There is no easier or more delightful way of changing your thinking and getting on the royal road to success. You indeed become what you want to be by affirming that you already are. Here's a simple 3-step formula to manifest anything you desire. First, write your affirmations on a card. For example, "All financial channels are free, and $500,000 now come to me in a wonderful way." Write an amount that makes sense to you. It's time to prosper, so start thinking big. Second, mentally visualize the successful results. Have a mental picture of the money you desire. Close your eyes and visualize this money. See it in your bank account, or wherever you keep your money. Third, boldly and deliberately command these successful results to appear, by repeating the above affirmation many times a day until it comes to pass. As stated earlier, affirmations are a form of command. You must persist. If discouragement tries to beset you, remember to hold on to this statement by Calvin Coolidge: "Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent." If you persist daily with your affirmations, get ready for rich results. And you will not be able to stop the flood tide of your prosperity from overflowing your life.